Okay, guys, so I'm doing this final countdown. This is the first time I'm doing it. I'm sorry for the reflection in the screen, but this is how I'm doing it this year. So I'm going to give you my top 25 of this year's Eurovision final before the final. It's actually Saturday afternoon and I'm dead excited. So I'm going to give you a quick run through of where I think everything should be placed. So here we go. And I think we'll start with number 25 is Iceland. And I'm sorry if you can't see it, but it's Iceland. Bit of a boring song for me. I like it. It's nice. Their harmonies are gorgeous, but the staging was a bit plain, and it's just a bit of a flatlining song for me. Number 24 is the Netherlands. Again, this actually is a boring song for me. I can appreciate the quality of it. It is a good quality song, but in my head, I'm just hearing 3 minutes of a woman moaning, like constantly that. Like, no, not for me, sorry. The next one is Australia. I can't connect with the singer whose face is covered up, and I get it's part of the performance and the song, but the vocal is fantastic, the staging is brilliant, but I just can't warm to him. Not really a big fan of the song either, so I was like, there's better. And the next one is Azerbaijan at 22. Azerbaijan, another one, good voice, good staging. It took too long for me, for like, when I saw it on the semi, it just flatlines and it takes too long to get there. The ending's wicked, but sorry, again, not for me. And another whiny boy, another sad boy, it's Switzerland at 21. The quality of his voice and the tone, absolutely stunning. Staging's a bit bland and a bit bare. Excuse the pun, his name's Bear. But yeah, it just don't stand out enough for me. I can see why the jury's put it through, but these are all the slow, sad songs, like Three Women, country, folk music. I love those genres, but it's a bit meh. And then everyone else is just sad and depressed, like Netherlands, Australia, Azerbaijan and Switzerland. So yeah, not for me. We're going to go into the top 20 with Lithuania. Lithuania for me is a really good song, really good performer. I love her, but I thought the stage was too big for her. There was nothing there. It was bare, and she struggled to fill the stage. So yeah, not overly keen. Number 19, we've got Romania. How do I put this nice? I don't like his voice. It sounds forced, and he does this kind of husky, squeaky type thing, and I don't like it. I like the song, and I like the performance, but I don't like his costume. I hope he's got PVC cleaner for that costume, because. But yeah, like his voice, it irritates me a little bit. Okay, number 18 is Greece. Why on earth is this song so overhyped? I don't get it. The a cappella bit, I get it. It's nice to hear a bit of a cappella, but it goes on too long, way too long. There are other entries that are doing the a cappella beginning, and they're giving us a line, maximum 2 lines. This one's doing a whole verse and a chorus, more or less. It's too long, drawn out and boring. It's already a bit of a boring song in my opinion, and I'm sure people disagree with me, but I needed a bit of a boost way too much earlier. The broken chairs on the stage, okay, it's different, never been done. Just looks like the back warehouse of IKEA where things aren't being sold, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, moving on, we've got Finland. Love the Rasmus. Oh my God, Finland. Such a good song. But what let it down for me was the staging, as well as the unpredictable quality of the vocal when it comes to performing live. But the staging itself, what were those big ball balloon things? Like, why didn't you just cut and paste what you did in your national final? And where's the LED screen? Where's that cartoon character thing walking across? That was wicked. That actually was engaging. What I saw on the semi, didn't do it for me. And that was a bit of a letdown, bit of an upset. This was one of 2 songs that actually let me down when it came to the stage show. Next one is Portugal. This is a beautiful song. I would probably say one of the most beautiful songs in the competition this year. Harmonies are tight. Vocals lovely. Considering she, in my opinion, has a weak voice, but she controls it beautifully and she uses it to her advantage. Lovely, lovely song. Staging though, I mean, what can you do with a song like this with the backing singers you got? Staging wise, I mean, they probably did do the best thing that they could come up with, but it's not enough for a year that we've got this year. It's plus there's a lot of ballads in the final, and it's getting swallowed up in my opinion. Next up, we've got Germany. I know people are probably thinking, well, that's a bit high. I like this song. I don't like the bit where he sounds like Eminem, but we don't get rap often, and I like the way he's telling his story. What lets it down for me again is the staging. I like that he's replicating his bedroom or recording studio. He's got the instruments there, but it still was a bit bare in a really weird way. There was a lot of there, but it was bare. Like, okay, let's fill the stage with a bit of smoke. That's all they did. Alright, he hasn't got long hair, so a wind machine wouldn't do much. But give us a bit of pyrotechnics, bit of strobe lighting when it gets to the dead away. That's the build up of the song. The staging doesn't build up with it, so it kind of is a mismatch and it just pulls itself apart. Sorry, Germany, but I do like it. Don't worry, you won't feel hate. Next one is another of the big five, and it's France. Okay. France for me, when there was 40 songs still in the competition and there was no one knocked out, France for me was like number 37, 38. It was way down there, didn't like it. It's grown on me a lot. This is probably, for me, there's 3 songs that were big climbers for me. And it's not just climbed up like all the other 2 that I'll talk about after. It's not just climbed up because we've lost 15 countries now. It's climbed up on its own merits. What lets it down for me is there's one random performer on stage who's just walking about and then flaps her arms. And it's like, what are you doing, love? I know you're collecting dust, but you're trying to keep the dust off you because you're that bored. What I would have done is taken her out and put 2 baton twirlers with like fire batons. And I'm not talking like Rhode Island in Miss Congeniality. I'm talking like the long ones with fire on both ends. That would have been wicked because I needed more pyro. And I didn't get that until the very end. And I think the fire twirlers would have been a really good touch. That other random woman, seriously, did they just find her off the street and say, come on, all you got to do is wave your arms. Come on, France, you came second last year. Sort it out. But it is a good song and it has grown on me a lot. And I love that. Those bits are wicked. They really bring that song to life. So it's good. Okay, number 13 is Czech Republic. I like this song, it is good, and as soon as I saw the stage performance and it was closing the show, I knew that if it had qualified, which it did, and I knew as soon as they drew the first half of the competition, I think we could have all predicted that this was going to be the opener, and it ended up being the opener. It's a very good song. The staging was actually alright, and I quite liked the costumes. Yeah, there's not really much to say about this song. It's a good vibe, good party vibe, I like it. This was in my top 10 when there was about 10 songs confirmed, but it's not really managed to jump back in. It's kind of like hummed around a bit. Now that there's less countries, it's kind of middle of the table for me. So yeah, that's Czech Republic. Good song. Love the singer. The singer's actually really good, but that's about it. I felt I needed more on the stage as well. Okay, next up in 12th place we've got Belgium. We got Belgium. So Belgium, I've liked this song from day one. But the staging, again, it's alright. Nothing to rave about. I don't think it's going to be memorable. I think it's going to get lost. I loved his outfit. But his vocal was unpredictable. Sometimes if you see the live performances he's done through the whole Eurovision season, they've been hit and miss, touch and go. Like, we didn't know if it was going to be a strong performance vocally or weak. And I think it kind of falls in between, which is good, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Okay, big climber coming up. This is Moldova. Oh my God. This was like number 39 on my list when there was all 40. Wrote this off completely. But I did have an inkling in the back of my mind that when this came to be in the show, it's going to stand out because of the amount of ballads that we had. And I was right. When I saw it performed at the semi, I was like, what? I want to party with these guys. Like, I want to get on their train. Hey, ho, let's go. When Stub last went to Eurovision, we're so lucky with the pointy hats. I was like, I hate this band. Like, why? This is nonsense. But this is quality. This is actually the best out of the 3 entries that this band have been in, that they've had. This is the best one. Good party vibe, really breaks it up, very memorable. Staging, even though it's very simple and it's just them, they actually feel that stage. It is so good, very memorable. So this is one of the biggest climbers, and also it's sad that it didn't get to the top 10, but there are other stronger songs in my opinion. So I'm going to shuffle over so you can see the green section, because this is the top 10. So, number 10. Armenia. I didn't like that Armenia and Azerbaijan made me wait extra weeks after the deadline for them to confirm their song. And it really put me off. So I was like, okay, you better come with something good. And I felt like Armenia did. They came with a folky type song, and I didn't know what to expect with the staging. And then when I saw the semi, I was impressed. That's pretty good staging. And then to reveal that the audience couldn't see her the whole time, and then to reveal that she's now out into the audience, and she was living in her own little corner in her made up bedroom, made of post-it notes. That blew my mind a bit. I'm not going to lie, that was pretty cool. I liked that a lot. So yeah, Armenia, impressive. And I didn't expect you to be in my top 10. Not going to lie. Bet you made it. Number 9. We've got the Ukraine. I really like this song. Much better than the original song that was chosen. This is a wicked song. This has been higher, but it has fallen over the weeks. I am excluding all of the reasons why this may win, because of the war and stuff. But the actual performance itself is brilliant. Staging is fantastic. Costumes are nice and traditional, apart from those car wash looking people. And in my head I'm thinking maybe they're representing being in combat and as a disguise because of what's going on. But I love it. The rap part I'm not overly keen on, but it works. And the actual hook and the chorus is wicked. You can't fault that. So yeah, well done Ukraine. As much as it would be great for them to win, I don't think it would be fair on other merits. I think they should win on their own merit with the quality of the song. This is a song contest. Please guys, don't make it political. I spent all my life telling non-Eurovision people why this contest is not political. Okay, next up. Serbia. This is the other massive climber. So out of the 3 climbers I told you. So this, when I first saw it, I was like, what is going on? Why are we singing about Meghan Markle? And then I was seeing all the live performances at the preview parties. That woman is a queen. Love her. So this is a grower. This is a proper grower. I really like it. The staging's very inventive. Nothing done before. It's eye-catching. It's memorable. It's a good song. It's actually a bit of a bop. I don't think it's going to come top 10. I think it's going to be quite a divisive song. It's going to split people's opinions. But it is a good song. I like it. So yeah, this was like number 35, I think. And it's in the top 10. It's in the top 10. Okay, number 7. This was my number 1 for quite a while. But Estonia, you disappointed me at the semi. I don't know what was going on with his voice. It was a little bit on the weak side. I know they said that he likes to have a nap before going on stage and literally wakes up and goes on. It's exactly that. That is what it sounded like. You had just woken up, bruv. Stay awake, have a coffee, drink some water, get on stage. Like, it was lacking a lot of energy. I needed more. This is the trade of the year. Like, he's a good looking lad. But I need more energy. Big stage to fill, and I felt like it was very empty. I know the Cowboys in the national final was a bit off-putting. I feel like I'm the only person that actually liked that, because there was so much space to fill. But I felt like take them away, you could have filled it in other ways. The staging lets it down. The vocal was too weak. I'm hoping they pull it out of the bag, especially because they're closing the show. Moving on, because this is turning into a long video. Number 6. Excuse me while I cough. Just got over COVID and still looking this good. Okay, number 6. We got Italy. This was my number 1 too. So everything now from 7 up. It has been number 1 at some point. And Italy, I was convinced for the longest time we're going to do the double. And then I saw a rehearsal and the vocals were weak. I know my mood's been ill. But what did they, from what I've seen, that black trench coat, I hope he's not wearing that. And I hope they're not dressing Blanco in what looks like whatever they found on the floor in the nearest clothes shop. No. They need to tighten their vocals. That again, another performance where I felt the stage was so bare. Like, why? You've got all that space. Fill it. Or fill it in other ways without actually filling it, if that makes sense. But, yeah, Italy have dropped down to my number 6. I wish it was higher. But it's I think this is a really strong year. And we lost good ones as well in the semis. So let's see what happens. Okay, top 5. Number 5, we've got Sweden. This is a country I try to play down every year because I'm sick of seeing them in the top 5. I'm sick of seeing that they're going to host again and possibly win it. But they bring quality. And you can't knock quality. We don't talk about last year, Sweden, do we? No. But I love Cornelia. She literally just... her personality just comes out. She's beautiful. Her voice tone is lovely. There are moments where you think, oh, love, you nearly lost it there. But vocally, she still manages to keep it. And that's probably down to the tone of her husky voice. The song's brilliantly written. Really, really well written. One of the best written songs this year, I think. Staging is another cut and paste job like Sweden normally do. But, yeah. This has been number 1, but for a brief time because when they released, everyone else released. But I do love it. This is definitely one that I listen to in the car. Okay, number 4. Spain. America, you need to take note, okay? I got issues with the American Song Contest. Stop lip syncing. If you're going to lip sync, you're not good enough. You shouldn't be there. And I'm talking to that winner too. Brilliant song, if you liked, hold on, what was that song from Norway? Witchwoods. It's a copy. But she mimed, and I'm sick of all the K-pop fans telling me that she weren't miming. Did you see when she won? She was walking up and down, she weren't even dancing, and she was out of breath. But yet, give her a choreography, she's note perfect. Give me a break. Spain shows you how it's done. This woman moves, dances, and sings, and doesn't go out of tune once. Spain's one to watch. One to watch. Very impressive. Love her costume. You can't fault. You can't fault Spain. Spain have bought it this year. Moving on. Norway. Oh my god, Norway is my guilty pleasure. I love this song. I dance to it in the car. Yes, I do know the choreography. I work in a school. I've played this and the kids love it. The kids have danced to it. They've learnt it. It's just such a brilliant song that just puts a smile on your face. Even if you get it or you don't get it or you refuse to get it, open your mind. It's a great song. And Norway bought it this year. And I just love, especially with the hype of The Masked Singer, which has gone global, this works. Alright, we may never know who they really are, even though we've all got a kind of rough idea. But it works. So well done, Norway. I fully support Norway every year. They're my country that I love to support. So well done. Okay, this was hard because 1 and 2 I couldn't tear apart. I have loved the song that I've put at number 2, and it's been at number 1 on my list for the longest out of everyone else. This has been my number one until like yesterday. I've always compared the middle 8 of this song as a musical orgasm because it gives me shivers every time. His voice is outstanding. The performance though, the staging was great, but a bit dark. And I don't know if it's because the stage, did it get fixed? I felt most performances looked quite dark. This was a bit dark, and I just needed a little bit more light because you could barely see what was going on. But I loved the staging. Alright, they dressed him up in a suit, standard, but it works for him, and his voice is fantastic. So well done to Poland. Poland, you're my number 2, even though you've been number 1 for ages. I literally, when I tell you, it's like this. That is the only reason the darkness of the staging. Otherwise, he would have been number 1. And the only reason I've put the UK at number 1 is not because I'm being biased. It's not because I'm full of hope. It's because I could actually see him. His staging is bright. It's wicked. I love the costume, and vocally, we all know Sam can sing, so we've got nothing to worry about vocally. He doesn't even overcook it. The only downside is no one's playing live instruments, right? Because that's always been the rule. Everything's pre-recorded. He's playing air guitar, and I love that guitar solo towards the end. But in the back of my mind, I know he's not really playing it, but whatever. It works because at least we've got a visual to match with the music. And that's the only reason why the UK is number 1 and Poland's number 2, because his staging was bright and I could see everything going on. And I love the props. I love the big things that open up. So yeah, UK, you are my number 1. Please, Europe, vote for us. But if not, we've had another great year. So whoever wins, good luck to all of them. Congratulations to whoever wins. And that's my top 25. Happy Eurovision Day, everyone. I hope you enjoy the show. Comment below, tell me your top 5. Tell me what you agree and disagree with. We've all got an opinion. We're all entitled to an opinion. And you're entitled to yours too. So it's a conversation. It's not an argument. Respect each other. And let's just enjoy it. Until next year, when I'll probably try and do more Eurovision content on a better scale and format. This is my first time. But I hope you liked it. Till next time, latest potatoes.